This is how to knit. It's the basic knit stitch. I'm working with the knit stitches here on the needle that have already been cast on. So if you need to know how to cast on, you just have to see the separate video tutorials. So I'm working with the stitches in my left hand and the empty needle in my right because I'm right-handed. So if you're left-handed, you might want to reverse it. But I know plenty of left-handed people that actually knit the same way as me, so you might want to give it a go this way. So you're going to insert the empty needle into the first stitch, and you need to make sure you're going from the bottom. I'm assuming that the point is the top, so go from the bottom to the top. So you've got both the points sticking out of the end of the stitch. Then take your working thread. This is the yarn attached to the ball of wool. Between the 2 points, pull it down. Okay, so if I show you that, it's just lying between the 2 needles. Then you're going to point the right needle downwards and actually tuck it back into the stitch you've just come through. Okay, I'll show you that again. So you're going in from the bottom of the stitch. You're taking the yarn around the back and between the 2 needles and pointing the right needle down so it's going back through the stitch it's just come from. And the thread that I'm catching there is the one I've just put between the 2 needles there. So it's picking up that thread that was in the middle. And then you've made 1 stitch on your right needle, but you need to take it off the left needle. So just gently take it off the left. Okay. So you've made your first stitch on the right needle. Now we're going to work into the next stitch, which is here on the left needle. So the same again, you're going in from the bottom, take your yarn around the back, between the 2 needles, point the right needle downwards. You're going back through the stitch you've just come from. Now you've made the second stitch on your right needle, but you need to take the left one off. So just take it off gently like that. And continue working this way all along the row. On my website I've got a step-by-step guide in photos of how to knit, if that's helpful. When you get to the end of your row, you're just going to swap the needles around and carry on. This is your basic knit stitch. If you knit you knit 1 row and then knit the next row, knit all of them, you're working what's called garter stitch. If you wanted to do stocking stitch, you'd be starting to purl now, but if you're just starting off, just carry on. You're going to be knitting like you've just done for the first row. So here's your loose end. Just leave that, just ignore that, keep it out of the way. You're going into the next stitch on your left needle. So I've swapped the needles over, I've got an empty needle in my right hand, needle with the stitches on in my left, and I'm going to start again as I did before. In every stitch, going in from the bottom, take it around the back, between the 2 needles, point the right needle down and then take it off the left needle. Okay, if you see my website, which is www.yarnlark.co.uk, YARNLARK, it has a really simple step-by-step photo guide. And there we go. Just keep knitting for as long as you need to. What you've made is garter stitch. There you go. That's how to do the knit stitch.